Alright, so much for going home early. Yeah, it's only 9 o'clock. It's not early around here. Okay, so when I got the gaskets, so these are 36 to 40. That's what they claim. So they got the high up bolt pattern. And of course, that is exactly what both these knuckle motors are. So, oh, look at that. Lines up perfect. So the aftermarket case is the same as early. And then the genuine Harley case over here, 47. Oh, it lines up too. Look at that. Right on the money. So, what they really need to do is put down knucklehead gaskets and panhead gaskets. That's the split. So I have to fix that in my computer. Okay, so we'll rewrite that. Alright, so I found two cases. I didn't find the 48 and 51 case I had, but I found or 50, whatever the hell year it was. Okay, this is a genuine knucklehead case. This one got in a fire, so it's a knuckle because it's got the holes over here for breathing through them. And appears to be a 47. So that's what happens when you get in a fire. Things get hot. Okay, this is a 51, so it's a pan case. This one got left out in a lake or something. It got a lot of corrosion on it. So, very rusty. Either way. Alright, so either way, this part of the case is good, so we can measure with to see what's wrong with that one once we figure out what the problem is. Okay, so first thing we got a 51 case here. Let's take a Harley part and a Harley part. Stick two together and rotate. Oh, look at that, they fit. Now, how high is that gear? Okay, the gear is pretty close down there. So it actually is pretty close to this edge right here. So that looks normal. Okay, so if I look at the distance from here to here, it's less than 1/8 of an inch gap between those two. So we take this one, do the same thing here. You look at the distance right between here and here, and it looks like about the same depth. Looks pretty close enough for it should work. Okay, so that is not the problem. Okay, the next problem is the distance between these two parts right here. The best way to check measuring distances is drill bits. They come in lots of sizes, and they're easy to have them. So we got ones that go up to that size. I think might almost work. And then we got the bigger ones here, A to Z. I like the fractional ones. So there you go. So these two here will give us what we want. There's no doubt about it. It's an A and B thing. It either works or it doesn't work. Okay, so what's the distance there? Could be close to our big one here, but I don't think that's enough. Nope, it is enough. Okay, so it's less than this one. Less than that one. Probably the one that's missing down there. Oh, it's even less than that one. Look at that, it's close. Ooh, this has a lot of missing drills. What is these all missing drills? Thought this was a complete kit. Okay, we're getting close. That fits. Where'd I pull this from? Pull it from there. So 21 fit. Pop up to 18. $18 does not fit. Between 18 and 21. Let's go to 20. There you go, there's 20. See how it fits in there? See, you're back here not looking what I'm doing. That's what happens, you're not looking through the view screen when you're doing jobs. Okay, so that's exactly what that is. Okay, so pull that out. Come over here. Poke her in. See the distance. Okay, you see the difference in clearance right there? Okay, so that was the 20 I think we had. That was a 20. Okay, let's go to a 17. 17 still got clearance. Go all the way down to that one. That does not fit. It's the one that's missing. So that's 15. So 100 and we got 82. What numbers we got here? I can't read it. Yeah, 82. And we wound up using the 161. So it's 20 thou difference in location. So the Centerline's off by 20 thousandths. That's a lot. Okay, now let's see if that holds true. Let's check the other case we got here and see if that's if these are the same. And that big chunk of crap is in the way down there. Let's see. I think that big chunk of crap comes out of there. Yep. That looks like it's even further away. Look at that thing. That thing's huge. Okay, so there's 13. It's close as 13 went through. Kind of, but it'll hit. It hits a little. It's a little tight. Pretty close. So it's repeating. That's 186. So between 82 and 86, when the two Harley cases are. Okay, I can't check that one because I don't have it. So it's close enough though. So this one was 20 thou off the center, which isn't going to really cause an issue. So that is the problem. So that means if I move this over 20 thousandths, it'd fit in there, but I have to put a little bit of weld or something to keep it over that far. You have to tack a little weld spot right in there before you board it off. So it would center right in that one spot. I don't know how you'd fix it on the other side though, but probably have to put a little weld down there too, a tack weld. Two little spots all you need because it'll hold it where you put it. That theoretically should work. You offset the holes here slightly, slide out the hole, and it should fit. Theoretically. Now let's see if this actually fits on the knuckle case here. Okay. This one is, it's hitting on the case because the case is vintage. But obviously it's rotating in there. It's working. Okay. So the stripper works on both Harley motors. That's how much clearance you have. So I'm not sure what the actual engagement clearance is, but we have 20 thou difference, and obviously we've got a couple extras. So 15 might just do it. Don't know. Obviously 20 fits. Okay, now if we take that off, we put the aftermarket gear in there. got about that much clearance. About the same clearance. Yeah, I think it's close enough to call it the same. So I don't see a big difference in that. Yeah, the Harley stuff's a little bit looser than the aftermarket. Still is. So that's consistently the same. I can't check this because there's no idler. But obviously that's not an issue. That works. This one here is a little more dirtier looking. It's all original. It's a little tighter. It's about half the clearance on the up and down. It's nice and free. That shaft doesn't want to turn because it's full of goo. Yeah, obviously that's loose. And that's not binding in there at all. It's just this shaft is full of mung in here. Yeah, it's got a bunch of junk in here. Yeah, it's working, kind of works. It's definitely not free turning. It gets a lot harder when you get to open the point up. Yeah, but it works. It's not the same as this one. Okay, that was a Harley. Let's put that one in there. Try the same one. If you put together, it's going to rotate. It's the same deal. It's a little hard to turn because it's not as free as the other one. Yeah, this has points. You're opening it up and down. You know, it's got more goo in it. This one here is obviously a clean gear and loose, so it spins nice and freely. Okay, so we know the case is screwed up. I'm thinking the problem is this hole here is put in the wrong spot. It needs to go 20 thou that way. Going by the drill bit test. And we were what? There's a 20 drill. .161 and 182 would be the one, and the other one's 185. So it's 20 to 24 thou off. So I would move it 20. If it's a little tight, it'd be fine. So it needs to be moved over 20 thou. It needs to go toward the front of the bike, toward the generator. So let's put a little weld in the inside right there, a little weld on the other one, weld right around the hole right there. Try to guess where the center is off what's left, and repoke the hole. And that should take care of it. Why don't they just make it correct the first time? It'd be nice. I have no other way of measuring any kind of a location than that because I don't know what it is. But I need to make sure it's also straight. If it's not going straight off the surface, obviously that'd be another problem. I'm assuming this one's straight, so I would measure this one first to make sure it's going straight, then I remeasure that, see if it's going straight. If they're both going straight, then we offset. If there's a difference in squareness, or that's not going straight, it's going at an angle, then I'd have to bore it on, straight on the same center point. It'd be the same up here, but when it came out the other end, it'd be further over. So it'd be oval at the bottom. Once again, you put a weld at the bottom of the hole in there, so it will hold the distributor on center. Because you have to have it so it doesn't move around. If it's free to move, it will move. These parts are made nice, they're correct, they're actually a little bit tighter than Harley, so that's actually a plus. But the problem is the case is garbage, so, oh well. Big buck case is not made right, what a shocker. Like I said, this one here, we'll find out if this one works too, but I'm sure it probably did. I only seem to have this problem on aftermarket parts, so. But oh well, there you go. I got this one here. If I can figure out something to reference from, I can measure how far it is for sure. But all I can do is come off the center line of the bore and move over and check it. And give me a dimension. And that's about all I can go by. But this stuff is not consistent. These cases are not the same. They fluctuate. That's why they got numbers on them to match them. They're way off. They're not consistent. But anyway, that seems to be the problem. I'm giving it 20 thou off the center. And that's going to be a couple hours of work to 3 hours of work, probably 3 hours of work to fix, because I'm going to have to do some checking and alignment and offsets and see if my dimensions actually measure to be about what they should be. So yeah, nice cheap fix. Oh well, there you go. That's aftermarket for you.